In a peaceful Zen monastery in the mountains, there lived a wise Zen master. People came to him for advice on how to live a good life. One young student, curious and eager to learn, asked the master a simple yet deep question. How can one live a truly fulfilling and motivated life? The master smiled and replied, "It's often about knowing when to be silent." The student listened carefully as the master began to explain 10 important times when silence is the key. Situation 1. In times of anger. First, consider the times you feel angry, the Zen master began, his voice steady and soothing. In such moments, silence is your best friend. Anger can cloud your thoughts and make you act in ways you might regret. It's like a storm in your mind, but when you choose to be silent, you give yourself a chance to calm down, to think clearly. It's like stepping away from a storm and finding a quiet place. In that space of silence, you can reflect on why you're angry and find a wise way to respond. This doesn't just stop you from saying harsh words or making hasty decisions. It also helps you understand your anger better. And in understanding it, you can learn to handle it in a healthier way. Situation 2. In times of conflict. The Zen master continued, "Now think about times of conflict. When you disagree with someone, staying silent at first can be very helpful. In arguments, we often get lost in our need to be right, and that can make things worse. But if you embrace silence even for a short while, it opens up a space for understanding. It's like pausing a noisy video to see everything clearly. In that quiet, you can listen better to the other person's point of view and maybe see things you didn't notice before. This doesn't mean you're giving up your side. It just means you're giving peace a chance to grow. By being silent, you're not adding fuel to the fire of conflict. You're allowing room for a solution to appear. Situation 3. In times of grief. The Zen master's voice softened as he spoke of sorrow. In times of grief, silence can be a comforting companion. When you're sad or have lost something dear, words often fall short. Silence gives you the space to feel your sorrow fully, to let it flow through you like a quiet river. It's like sitting in a calm, dark room, letting yourself be with your feelings. In this silence, you can start to heal, to understand your loss, and gradually find peace. It's not about ignoring your pain, but giving yourself a gentle space to face it. Like a tree in winter that seems lifeless, but is quietly preparing for spring. In your silent grieving, you're slowly growing stronger, ready for the time when you can move forward. Situation 4. In times of uncertainty. The master then addressed moments of doubt. In times of uncertainty, when you're not sure what to do, silence can be very powerful. It's like turning off a noisy radio to hear your own thoughts. When everything is unclear and you're facing tough choices, being silent allows you to listen to your inner voice. This quiet time is like sitting by a still lake, letting the waters of your mind calm down. In this tranquility, you often find the answers you're looking for. It's not about doing nothing. It's about giving yourself the chance to think and feel clearly. Sometimes the best way to see the path ahead is to stop, be quiet, and just breathe. In these quiet moments, you might discover insights and ideas that were hidden in the noise of your busy thoughts. Situation 5. In times of success. The Zen master's expression brightened as he spoke of accomplishment. In times of success, silence holds a special importance. When you achieve something, it's natural to want to shout it from the rooftops. But there's great value in savoring your triumphs quietly. Think of it like watching a sunrise in solitude. There's a special peace in enjoying the moment without immediately sharing it. By being silent about your successes at first, you stay humble and grounded. It allows you to reflect on your journey and appreciate the effort it took to get there. This isn't about hiding your achievements. It's about giving yourself space to understand their true value. In this silence, you can also hear what your heart wants next, setting the stage for future goals without getting lost in the noise of current celebrations. Situation 6. During criticism. Moving to a more challenging topic, the Zen master said, "When you face criticism, choosing silence can be a strong response. It's easy to react quickly and defend yourself, but there's strength in pausing and listening. Silence in the face of criticism is like standing still in a gust of wind. It allows you to remain composed and not get swept away. This doesn't mean you accept all criticism as true, but by being silent, you give yourself time to understand what's being said and whether there's something valuable in it. It's also about not letting harsh words disturb your inner peace. Sometimes, in the quiet after criticism, you can find lessons that help you grow, or you may realize that the criticism doesn't reflect your true self. Either way, your silent contemplation becomes a shield, protecting your self-esteem and allowing thoughtful, not reactive, responses. Situation 7. When hearing gossip. The Zen master then turned to a common social challenge. When you hear gossip, he began, staying silent is often the wisest choice. Gossip can be like a wildfire, spreading quickly and causing harm. By not adding your voice to it, you help stop that spread. Think of it as choosing not to fan the flames. Silence in the midst of gossip is a form of integrity. It shows you respect others' privacy and dignity. It's not just about not spreading rumors. It's also about not giving them power. When you're silent, you're saying that gossip isn't worth your time or energy, and in this way, you keep the environment around you more peaceful and positive. It's like choosing to walk away from a storm and staying in a calm, clear space instead. Situation 8. In moments of pride. Next, the Zen master spoke of pride. In moments when you feel a strong sense of pride, especially about your own achievements or qualities, silence can be a guiding light. It's easy to get carried away and start boasting, but there's great strength in being quietly proud. Just like enjoying a beautiful view alone, there's a special joy in acknowledging your accomplishments without seeking external validation. This silent pride keeps you humble and allows you to appreciate your worth without overshadowing others. It's not about diminishing your achievements, it's about recognizing them in a way that doesn't alienate or create barriers between you and others. By embracing silence in your moments of pride, you create space for others to shine as well, fostering a sense of shared respect and admiration. Situation 9. When tempted to judge others. The Zen master then addressed a subtle aspect of human interaction. When you feel the urge to judge others, consider embracing silence, he advised. Judging others is often an automatic reaction, but it can create distance and misunderstanding. By choosing to remain silent in these moments, you give yourself a chance to reflect on why you feel the need to judge. It's like looking at a painting without rushing to interpret it. This pause allows you to consider the other person's perspective, their journey, and challenges you might not be aware of. Silence in the face of judgment opens the door to empathy and kindness. It helps you recognize that everyone has their own story, and what you see on the surface is not the whole picture. By holding back your immediate judgments, you allow for deeper understanding and connection with others. Situation 10. In moments of doubt about others. Finally, the Zen master spoke of doubt. When you find yourself doubting others, it's often wise to choose silence, he said. Doubt can lead us to make hasty and unfair conclusions about people. Silence gives you the time to observe and understand more fully, instead of acting on incomplete information. Think of it like watching the clouds pass in the sky, waiting to see the clear picture behind them. This quiet observation allows you to gather facts and insights, which often reveal a more accurate and kinder truth than our initial doubts. Silence in these moments isn't about inaction, it's about taking the time to make fair and informed judgments. It helps you develop patience and prevents misunderstandings that can harm relationships. As the Zen master finished, the disciple sat in thoughtful silence, reflecting on each of the 10 situations. He understood now how silence could be a powerful tool in life's many facets, from calming anger to fostering empathy, from dealing with loss to celebrating victories. He began to see how choosing silence in these key moments could lead to profound personal growth and better relationships with others.